no, it's not good, this report. And she treated me in a bad way. And I felt really bad. And I took personally, in a personal way. So I started to fight. Well, fight, verbally with this person, this lady. And even this lady, she was younger than me, much younger, but she was really good in her job. Yes, really. But I thought, she has a bad behavior, because she had a strong character. She has a strong character. But the problem was that I took personally, and we start to in arguments. I wanted to. I was in defensive
You
position.
got defensive, yeah.
And I told her, but for example, she started to I don't know, to tell me this is wrong, this is.
Mm-hmm.
And we start with arguments. And
Yes.
I also I also tell her some mistakes of her, and
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes,
And
going back and forth.
back and forth, and she disliked that. And so,
Yes.
so it was really bad relationship. I wanted to renounce, I wanted to quit, to
Yes.
quit, to give up and quit this company, this, because
Okay.
of that. It was hard. And yes, and little by little
Okay.
we try to improve this
Yes.
relationship. I tried to continue working, but it was not easy, not easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Yeah.
You're
So, um, you know, when you have to interact with people at work, sometimes you can't control the behavior of another person, right? We would hope that everybody would have training on how to communicate positively with each other, but it doesn't always happen that way. And sometimes you have to be kind to people even though they are not being kind to you. But the way that you say things to them can diffuse their negative tone. For example, in that situation, Juan Carlos could have said, I'm trying my hardest. I'm doing the best I can to do a good job. Yeah, please let me know what I can do to improve, and I'll try. Using just a very calm voice and not taking things personally and not getting defensive. It can go a long way to diffuse, meaning to make the tension go down by just not taking it personally, not getting defensive, and speaking kindly and calmly to somebody. And it can really diffuse somebody who gets very loud or angry or frustrated in their tone. So that kind of covers everything for this little section. It says you can't control how someone else feels. You can't also control how someone else treats you. You can just be kind back to them. And it usually helps to diffuse the situation. And finally, don't let it get you down. Remember the attitude adjustment strategies. So try not, and if you're in a toxic work environment, sometimes you have to leave. Like Zamir, you just decided you needed to leave, right? It was not going to work out for you because it was not a positive environment. It felt too negative too much of the time. And that happens. You just have to seek a better, more positive environment. Okay, so then it goes through all of the causes of bad attitudes. So this one is very interesting, this first one. Low self-esteem. And I find this very interesting. Your feelings about yourself affect your attitude. If you feel very defensive, very insecure, a very not sure about your own abilities, it can cause you to get defensive and act negatively in the workplace. And then the next one, boredom. So this is interesting as well. And I think this is in many jobs, a cause of a negative attitude. And if you're in a job that you just don't like, and it's not interesting and it's not challenging to you, and you're doing some of the same things over and over again, day in and day out, that can start to feel really hard to take. And you can really feel like you don't want to be there. You don't have a good attitude about it. So there are some tools that they talk about, like task rotation. Maybe you can ask your boss for you to change jobs every now and then, or job rotation, switching jobs with another employee, or eliminating repetitive or unnecessary tasks, those kinds of things. Unresolved conflict. So this is a third bad attitude cause. And this could be personal unresolved conflicts, or this could be unresolved conflicts between coworkers. And so this is where there needs to be good communication between you and your fellow employees, or you and your friends and family, right? If you are experiencing conflict with somebody and it's making you feel stressed out, that can cause a bad attitude at work. Okay, so then she goes over the rock principle, which means, and this is like one of those things that you do in the moment when you find that you're getting really frustrated. And it's one of those things where you need to just remind yourself in the moment, okay, relax, breathe deeply. Okay, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? Why do I feel this way? You have to close your eyes and look inside at yourself. Why do I feel this way? And if you take the example of me with the parents of my middle schoolers, and I immediately, when somebody had a critique or a criticism of what I was doing, I instantly felt defensive, right? Because I was just working so hard and I was trying so hard, and I just felt like people were ungrateful, right? Because they had no idea how hard I was working. And so if I had just stopped and looked at myself in that moment and taken a breath and really noticed, like, why am I getting so upset? What is making me so upset? I'm not angry at the parent. I'm angry at myself for not being able to do my job the way that I want to. So I'm really not angry at the parent. I'm angry at myself, but then I have to forgive myself, right? But still, just taking that time to figure out why am I feeling this way? It can stop you from reacting in the moment. And then it says, clearly state your feelings. So I could have said something to the parents like, I'm sorry, I am trying really hard and I'm spending a lot of hours. I really do want to do the right things for your students, right? If I would have said something like that to the parents, or something like, what is your suggestion for how I can handle your problem? It could have made the situation a lot more positive and feeling like we're working together, right? Me and the parents are working together. And I think they would be more likely to support me and help me right? Rather than be angry or frustrated or expect something from me. And lastly, kindness. So that's a biggie. You have to just remember, okay, deep breath, throw these negative feelings to the side. I'm just going to be kind in this situation. So that's basically this chapter. And then there's some activities. So this is the thing that you're going to have to turn in on Canvas. And it's an attitude plan. So it's actually similar. She changed it. So the one that I have for my homework, it's a little different than this one. So this one says you will have a quiz to complete for Module 3. In addition, you'll complete an assignment describing how the ideas you learned in this class can be used in your work life. So she has a little picture of what it looks like. Start, stop, learn, and try. So I would like to go to Canvas now so we can see what this looks like on Canvas. So let's go to Module 3. So if you notice now, the non-credit business LPC 203 is up now, okay? But for you, you won't be able to see anything yet because the instructor has not opened it up to you yet. It's coming on Monday, okay? So we only can still get into the one that we've been getting into, 202, attitude in the workplace. Okay, so let me scoot this to the side so that, oh wait, no, we're in 203. That was 202. Which one is the right one? No, that was, okay, why am I confused? What's this?
3 is the right one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, 3? Oh, this is attitude in the workplace. Okay. So we're going to go to the modules. All right, so let's go down to Module 3. And we want to look at the things that we're going to do. So obviously, there's the lectures. You're supposed to, listen to the introduction and then listen to the lectures. And the first discussion, so remember how you can reply to what people say? So it looks like you guys did this. So great. So you're supposed to, 1, make sure you understand how to do a discussion. So she gives you a tutorial link. So if you click on it, it tells you how to do discussions on Canvas right here. Then the next it says, click reply, and inside the text area, write it about an experience with a coworker that had a bad attitude. No real names, please. How did they act? What did they say? How was their body language? How did you know this coworker was experiencing a bad attitude? So obviously, Zamir and Juan Carlos, you have this one covered because you both explained how you interacted with some coworkers that had negative attitudes, right? So you have this one covered. You'll get to explain, and maybe you could think of one instance. It's always good to be very specific. Instead of just talking about it in general, like all the time she was negative, think about one time, like a specific time that she was negative. Like this one time when I was trying to get all of the information ready for tax season, and she was very stressed and she got mad at me for making a mistake. So speak of one time, okay? And then you can answer all these questions: how they acted, what was their body language. And then after you write yours here, when you click reply, right, and you write yours in this little box, you can reply to another student's that's on there. So if we look, there's 2 already there. So Hongji, she wrote, one of my olders is it one of your older children, Hongji? Are you even here tonight? One of your older children is always picky. Do you guys know this word picky? No matter how well the others do, she always picks up some small problems, especially when traveling. I don't know what she means by one of my olders. Maybe she means, I don't know. Especially when traveling, everyone enjoys it and is in a good mood, but she will complain about some insignificant things. As a result, it ruins everyone's mood and messes up the journey. Slowly, everyone does not like to stay with her. So maybe she means like one of her friends when she says olders. Have you ever had this experience?
I think maybe sister.
Oh, a sister?
Big sister.
Okay, like one of her older sisters? Maybe. You could actually say that in the reply. You could say, what do you mean by olders? And then she could and then she will go, oh, I didn't mean olders, I meant sister, right? It will just show her, oh, I made a mistake when I was writing. Or you can say, oh man, I know what you're talking about. I went traveling with a group of people and there was this one person in the group who complained about everything. And it was so frustrating for the rest of the group who just wanted to enjoy their time, right? Okay, and then Luis posted something. So you can reply to what Luis says. He says, our job position request interrelation with others department. There are 2 shifts. But the first shift, the person always complains regarding this. Oh gosh, do I need to do all this? Too much. Right now, whenever the time, I'm busy. Can you call me later? My coworker B one time lost the temperament in his face. He turned red. This was a reaction to excessive complaint of person A. So there's 2 people on this shift, right? Person A and person B. And one person's complaining about the work and how they're too busy. And then the other person is complaining about the first person, right? So in that moment, my coworker B took at least 6 to 7 deep breaths, had some self-talk about future consequences. And after that, my coworker B and everyone approached A with different techniques and strategies. Okay, so great. Take a deep breath, ask, hey, how's your day? If you don't mind, and you have time, can you? And always approach with a smile and a great attitude. These strategies have been working, and now A looks more receptive and has a better attitude. Awesome. Did you really use this stuff, Luis?
Yes.
Yay for Luis. This is awesome. So he's actually...
Yeah. The situation happened last week.
Oh my goodness. Luis, you rock. So Luis is in a great position because he has the chance to use the stuff he's learning in this class, actually use it on the job, right?
Yeah, right.
So good. I'm so proud of you, Luis. That's excellent.
Thank you.
And you know, it's stuff like this. It seems corny. These strategies, have you ever heard the word corny? It means kind of... What? Yeah, it means like cheesy. It means like kind of embarrassing, kind of too simple, kind of, I don't know how to say corny, but just kind of goofy.
It doesn't taste like any of that.
Okay.
I'm hearing some like background noise. Okay. So anyways, but you know, if you really look at these strategies, they're not corny. If you really think about them in the moment, they work. They really work. It's not corny. It's not just something we say that seems nice, but in the real world, it doesn't work. No, it works. This stuff works. If you stop yourself and you think and you take some deep breaths and you use these strategies, you'll be surprised that they work. And Luis, now you can attest to the fact that they do work. He actually used this in his workplace. So excellent. Okay, so that is one of the first activities that you do in Module 3 on Canvas. And now there is Module 3 assignment called I Will. So this is a little bit different than the attitude plan that I have given you for co-op number 3 and also homework for Module 3. Because Professor Nystrom changed it a little bit after I already wrote it. So here is the instructions. It says, in the text area below, type the following: start, stop, learn, and try. Next to each word, identify something you will do to help have a positive attitude for yourself and manage coworkers with a negative attitude. So, for example, this is what she wrote. Start. I will start paying attention to my body, check in with myself so I know when I'm starting to have a negative attitude. And actually, this would have helped me a lot at the beginning of this school year. I kind of went a little bit off the deep end. I was working long hours. I was very, very tired. I was frustrated with my coworkers because I felt like they weren't doing enough for our students, because all of the students were wondering what was going on, especially our beginning students who don't know how to use technology. And if I had just taken some time to realize that I was starting to get a really negative attitude because I was tired, I was working too much, and I wasn't realizing how hard our situation is having to learn online. It's hard for everyone. It's hard for me, it's hard for you, and it's especially hard for our beginning students. So if I had taken the time to step back and just notice my feelings, maybe I wouldn't have gotten so frustrated and angry in my voice with my coworkers. So it says, so that was start. I'll start paying attention to my body. Stop. I will stop letting my coworkers' negative attitude affect me by taking a break and focusing on breathing. So this is exactly what Luis was talking about. He had to train his coworker not to be affected by the other coworker's bad attitude, right? And to learn how to use some strategies to deal with that coworker's bad attitude. Next, learn. I will learn how to use appropriate humor to make my coworkers smile and be more positive. So that's pretty awesome. I think humor is awesome. I'm going to try and use humor more often. And last, try. I will try to lean on a friend when I'm having a hard time. I will call a friend and tell them what is frustrating me. So you guys are going to have totally different things for yours. So at the top, remember, you click submit. I think it's up here somewhere in your document. And then up will pop that text box that you can type into. So if I go edit, it pops up a text box. See, I can't do it because I'm in teacher mode, but you guys will click submit at the top. A text box will pop up, and then you're going to type start, stop, learn, and try. And then you're going to say what you're going to start. You're going to say what you're going to stop. You're going to say what you're going to learn, and you're going to say what you're going to try. Okay? So that is the second thing that you're going to do in Module 3. And the last thing, besides watching the lectures, is the Module 3 quiz. So you're going to click on Module 3 quiz, and I don't see it the way you guys are going to see it. Let me see if I can, yeah, I can't see it the way you guys see it. You'll be able to do it. When you get there, just click on the quiz and it's just going to ask you some questions, okay? It can be open note. If you guys want to open up your fill-in outline and have it open on your screen right next to the quiz, that's okay to do, okay? Professor Nystrom does not expect you to do this just all out of your head. But she did make the quiz pretty easy. So you might not need your outline, but it's okay to look at your outline if you want to. Okay, that's basically it. But this week, you also need to do Module 4, which is the course wrap-up. So she has a final course wrap-up video. So she's just going to say a bunch of things to kind of bring this course to a close. And then you're going to take the end of semester survey. So a survey means questions that the teacher asks you. In fact, I might be able to open the survey. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I can see it. So, I can preview it. Let me see. Okay, so it's questions like this. Was the organization of the modules effective to you? If not, what can be done to improve it? So she wants to know the way that she organized the modules. Was it clear? Did it make it easy for you? Was the amount of human interaction in the class working for you? So here's where you might say, well, I really wish we could have seen you live, right? You might have wanted to see Professor Nystrom live. Unfortunately, at Las Positas College, they're not doing any live online classes. They're all recorded. It's just a rule of the university at this time during shelter in place while they're doing online classes. So she couldn't really help it. It was a rule. Next, were the discussion assignment instructions written clearly? So the instructions for the assignments, were they easy to understand? Did you learn enough to complete your assignments? What other suggestions, if any, would you like to make about improving this class? Okay, so there's only 5 questions in the survey, but it helps her to improve her class the next time. So she appreciates your feedback. All right, so that is it for Module 3. Are there any questions, comments, concerns about Module 3? Everybody seems clear on this. If you have noticed, I have been correcting your work and returning it to you. It takes me a really long time to correct your work, guys. I do the best I can, but I spent maybe 4 hours one morning just correcting and returning all of your work, and I didn't even get all of it done yet. So I still have some of your work to correct. I have a question for you. How helpful is it for you to have me correct the grammar errors in your vocabulary sentences and in your writing? Is it helpful or not helpful? That is my question to you. I'm wondering if you can give me some feedback with regard to that.
I think it's so helpful for me.
Okay.
It's very helpful.
What
I
makes
agree.
it helpful?
Yes, it is helpful. I think it is helpful.
Okay. I'm glad because I do take a long time doing it. And if it's helpful to you, I will keep doing it. Now, sometimes like Luis, because he is such a hard worker and he does sentences for every single word, I might get tired. So about halfway through Luis's, I said, I'm sorry, Luis. This is taking me too long. I think I'm only going to correct half of your document, right?
Sorry, teacher.
So it's okay as long as you understand. Like maybe I might only do half. You know, if you decide you want to do all of the words, go for it. I fully support you in doing all of the words because it's good practice for you, right? Writing in English sentences. And I will do my best to correct as many as I can, but sometimes it gets to be too much and I just have to return what I can to you and then leave the rest uncorrected. But I guess the good thing is when you turn in your little paragraphs to me and then I correct them and you accept my corrections, you can copy and paste that into your document on Canvas. And then your document on Canvas has correct grammar and spelling, right? So you are able to use my corrections and then take that corrected document and put it on Canvas. Unfortunately, I'm not ahead of the game this week, so I might not get to correcting all your stuff before it's time to turn it in on Canvas. So it's okay to turn in work that has grammar errors in it, okay? So don't worry about that. Professor Nystrom is not going to grade you down if you have grammar errors, okay? But whenever possible, I do try to get feedback to you as quickly as I can. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else I need to cover tonight. We will be meeting again on Friday because we are beginning a brand new course with a new teacher. And as I said before, I have already started uploading the work, but you really don't need to start working on it until Monday. Okay? Any other questions? I think we got through things quickly tonight, only an hour, but we are going to spend another hour this Friday going over the new information for the new course. So, questions, comments. I wanted to thank Vamsi so very much for creating the document to give to your fellow students who are having trouble getting their W numbers. That was very, very kind of you, and I really appreciate your effort.
That's okay, you're welcome. Yeah, I see few emails asking about the help. I thought I can create some document. Maybe it's helpful for them
That
with the
was
screenshots.
very kind of you. Those last 3 students are really struggling trying to get on Canvas, and so Vamsi made a document for them showing them how to do it. So it was very nice of her. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to announce. Oh, it looked like somebody had a question. Juan Carlos, was that you who had a question, or Zamir? Yes, Zamir.
After Samir, I have a question, please. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Zamir.
So in module 1, the fill-in outline, we are going to do the whole thing?
No, module 1, I accidentally erased it. But I did send those of you who completed it already. I shared it with you. It came to your email. If you haven't done it already, Zamir, you can choose to do it or not. It's not something that you have to turn in on Canvas. The main thing I really, really need you to turn in to me is the COAPS document that I showed you. That's what gets our program money. Okay, the other ones are for you, right?
It's in module 1, the COAAP task 1 fill-in.
Yes, yeah, I'm not the whole thing. No, just I put that there because the COAPS task is inside of that document. See, I'll show you. I'm going to pull up one of your module 1 outlines and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here, module 1, fill in outline. Here's Raina's. I'm going to open Raina's right now. If you go down, this right here is COAP number 1. This right here. So this is the only thing that you need to do for COAP task number 1. This right here. But if you haven't done it in fill in outline, don't worry, just go straight to the COAPS document and fill it in there, Zamir. I only let people know that it's in there because they already did it. Okay? A lot of people already did this whole outline. So you guys who already did it, then you'll just go to this activity, let's be positive, and you're just going to copy these 4. You're going to go Control C, Control C, and then you're going to go back to, where is my, you're going to go back to the assignments. That is the COAPS tasks, which is all the way in module 3, right here at the top. You're going to open that. And then you're going to, this is what these were Raina's answers. You're going to highlight the 4 boxes that you copied, Control V, and you're going to you're going to paste the answers there that you had in your module 1 outline. So you don't have to write them all over again. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. But for you, Zamir, if you didn't already do module 1 outline, then just go straight to this document and answer the questions.
Okay, I don't see that in my module 1.
It's not in module 1, it's in module 3.
Okay, no, I haven't done the module 1 yet.
Okay, then don't worry about it. You don't have to. You can just go straight to the module 3 COAPS tasks and you can do it there. Just this one thing right here, just this one thing. And then you may have already done this one because the last 2 were your homework assignments for module 2 and module 3. So you just copy and paste from the module 2 homework assignment to this, and then you copy from module 3 homework assignment to this. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay? So that's the document I use to turn in so our program gets money. And we will have one of these for every course that we take. So our next one, which is called Problem Solving and Decision Making, will have a document just like this that will have 3 tasks in it. And I'm going to make the tasks exactly the same as the assignments. So you don't have to do 2, you just do 1. And 1 assignment counts for Las Positas, and it counts for our COAPS. 1 assignment counts for 2 things. Okay? All right. I think that's it, guys. Don't hesitate to ask questions by email. I try to answer whenever you message me. And I'll see you this Friday. We do have a class this Friday at 6.
Actually, I have a question. Sorry.
Yes.
I saw the assignment, the task that you share on the screen right now. The second task, there's 11 sentences, but then where can we put the answer, like underneath under the boxes?
Yeah, you're just supposed to read this. Just read this one. And then this is where the answer, and then this is, describe a situation in which your behavior and speech tone were affected by a negative attitude. Then this is where you copy and paste your answers from homework module 2.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The homework from module 2 is the exact same as this. So you just copy and paste.
Okay.
Same thing. This is the same exact thing as the homework for module 3. Just copy and paste.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. Yes, Juan Carlos.
Excuse me. I have, in fact, I have a couple of questions. Very quick, please. The first one is, so we can submit to Professor Nystrom from our Google Classroom or from Canvas, either one, right?
You need to turn in your assignments on Canvas. but you can copy and paste your answers from your Google Classroom assignments. So for example, if one of the assignments on Google Canvas is the same as one of the assignments on my Google Classroom, you can go in there and copy it and then paste it into your Canvas assignment dialog window. The one that pops up when you click submit, a little window pops up and then you're supposed to type into that window. You can just copy from one document on Google Classroom and paste into that window on Canvas and then click submit.
For any of the modules, for any of
Just
the
her
modules?
assignment. You want to turn in Professor Nystrom's assignments and do her quizzes. All the things I've been showing you on Canvas, you have to do those. So, yeah. Any other questions? I can let you stay longer, Juan Carlos, but I just want to let everyone else go if they need to. Anyone else have questions before I talk to Juan Carlos about Canvas?
No.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye to the rest of you then. Have a wonderful
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Remember, put the hours in the.
Yes, please. Don't forget to put your hours in our check-in sheet. Good night, everyone. I'm just going to stay and answer questions to Juan Carlos. So, goodbye, Luis.
Bye.
Goodbye, Zamir. Goodbye, Jean. Goodbye. I guess that's it. So we just have Zamir is still on and Jean. You guys can check out if you want to. Okay, so Juan Carlos, on Canvas, you have assignments that you need to turn in to Professor Nystrom. So do you know how to get to Canvas? You need to go to
Yeah.
You do?
I mean, yeah, I have seen, yes, the assignments, but it's not the same. I thought it was the same in Google Classroom and in Canvas, exactly the same, or not.
It's not really, not all the time. Yeah, so you need to go through. There aren't a lot of assignments. It shouldn't be too hard. So just go in and to the modules on Canvas, which look like this. Let me go back. Hang on, I'm gonna make this fill my whole screen so you can see it better. Okay, so when you go on to Canvas, and you know, when you first log in, you just click on the course, and then you click on modules, and then you just look and it will tell you where the assignments are. So for module 1, here's the first assignment. See, wherever it says assignment, that's something you have to turn in. Okay?
Okay.
So you have to click on it, and then it has the instructions. And this one, because I'm in as a teacher, I don't have the same buttons that you will, but you're going to click a button up here that says turn in or submit or something like that. And when you click it, a box is going to pop up. And you're going to copy this, Control C, and paste it into that box. And then you're going to give yourself a rating. How well, a 1 to 10 rating, how well you get along with people. So, and there are different assignments for each module. There's like 2 or 3 assignments for each module on Canvas. Just do your best.
Okay.
You got to go into Canvas and you have to do those assignments. They shouldn't take long, and some of them are the same as the ones on my Google Classroom, and you can just copy and paste from the ones on Google Classroom. Okay?
Okay. So, but if they are not the same, exactly the same in Google Classroom, and count. And on Canvas, we have to make it everything, right? All the assignments we have
Yes.
to fill it out.
Yes.
But in Classroom, we have to do all the assignment too, or not necessarily.
You, with the vocabulary, you just pick the words that you don't know. With the fill-in outline, you can do it for yourself, but if you're too busy to do it, you don't have to do the whole thing. The thing
Okay.
and the homework assignments, you know, the one thing I'm collecting that I need to get money for our program is the co-ops assignment that I showed you tonight. All of the other assignments are just practice for you. So you decide which ones you are able to do. Because when you turn them in, I give you feedback on your writing. So it helps you to learn how to write in English. So you get to decide how much of it you want to do or not do. But I do need the co-ops document from you. So I'll show you again which one that is.
Okay.
This one. Module 3 at the top, co-ops tasks.
Because there are two co-op, and on the bottom, scroll down. It's
Yes.
another one.
The
What is the
reason
difference?
they're the same. I just am letting you know that module 3 homework is the same as task 3 in the co-ops tasks. They're the same. I just want you to copy and paste from one to the other. I'm just, yeah, they're the same. You'll see when you get in there and you look at it.
So the homework, what it says, homework is for Professor Nastrom, and this one that it says only co-op is for the
program.
For the program, right?
Mm-hmm. It's for you to turn in, but they're the same. Okay.
They are the same. I got it. Okay, but in Google Classroom, we have also some homework or something from Professor Nostrum.
Yeah, all of the stuff on Google Classroom, none of that. Professor Nystrom does not see any of that. She only sees what you turn in on Canvas. Okay.
Oh, I got it. So, okay, so it is not worth it to turn in the whole homework in from
Google
Professor
Classroom. Google
in
Classroom
Google
is mine, and Google and Canvas is Professor Nystrom's. We're two different teachers. She cannot see my Google Classroom.
Oh, okay, but you were correcting some homework
Yes,
from
it's for
Professor.
you to practice.
Oh, I got it. Sorry, I am late with all the homework and all
Okay.
the tasks. Sorry
Okay.
about that. I hope to catch up
Okay.
as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's up to you how much you do, but just take the time to do this co-ops one with the 3 co-ops in it. I would appreciate that. The one document with the 3 tasks inside. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to let you go now.
Okay, I got it. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you need some help? You were requesting some help for translation, something like that. Do
Yes,
you
that's
still
coming
need?
up. That's coming up. We're going to have a Google Classroom soon. I'm working on it, and I'll let you know for sure when it happens.
Oh, it's gonna be one day. Is it just one day, or it's gonna be?
It's going to be on a regular basis, but you don't have to do it on a regular basis. But we're going to have at least one Spanish speaker available to help, like every week. And I'll explain more later. I'm working on it right now, making a Google Classroom for language buddies.
Okay, please let us know.
I
If
will
you need
definitely. Thank you for
some
asking.
help. Thank you to you. Thank you to you. Thank you for everything, for your explanation, for your effort and everything. And sorry again for our delay.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, good night, Juan Carlos.
Okay,
Night
thank you.
night.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Night.